this is actually step 2 of what we consider a 2-part stamp. So a 2-part stamp gives you 2 images that I want another block. I need a big block. 2 images that you're going to stamp on top of each other, so that here we go. Okay. And one thing with these background stamps and the 2-set stamps, you want to make sure that you've got it adhered the right side. And so you can tell if you feel which one you want to use. And I am going to catch up on my questions. Yeah, so you just keep the stamp on the block just while you're using it. Once you finish, you store it back in the case. So, yep, good questions. So this is the look that we're going to go for with our little butterfly stamp and the 2-step stamping. So the first thing you want to do is you're going to stamp your background. And this butterfly just screams monarch to me. So I'm going to stamp, ink my stamp. And there's 2 ways you can ink. Again, this is so whatever you're comfortable with, whatever feels right, is you can do the ink pad down on the stamp. And I will honestly tell you, different stamps ink better using the different methods. So I want to make sure I'm getting a lot of coverage on my stamp so that it's a good solid image. So on these more solid stamps, I a lot of times go stamp pad down. And then one thing you want to make sure is that you're orienting your stamp so that it makes sense. But again, you can turn your paper. But if you want your stamp in a specific area of your paper, you want to make sure you're orienting it so that it makes sense with these 2-step stamps. So I stamped it down, and again, just like with the background stamps, I want that image solid, so I'm going to push down everywhere, and I kind of missed. You can kind of see where it's a little lighter in the center, but that's okay. We're going to go with that because that just shows that it's handmade and not done by a computer. So I'm going to not talk. I'm going to ink this up. I'm using the jet black StazOn to get us a nice sharp black. I'm going to just ink it off, and then I'm going to line it up with my background stamp, and down we go. And again, I want to make sure I'm getting good even pressure all over, and then pull it up. And there is our butterfly. So very quick, easy. It gets the color on there, and you can see the color doesn't line up exactly with the image. So this is, it goes back to last week. We talked about the watercoloring and how we weren't real worried, especially when we were using the water painters, about the color going outside the line, because it's kind of part of watercoloring, is it's not that precise color. So this is that. And again, going back to last week, if you wanted that precise coloring, you could color it with either the Stampin' Write markers or the Stampin' Blends or the pencils and not use the 2-step method. But if you want color, stamping quick, no mess, no fuss, you know, these 2 step stamping is a great way to do that. So that's one image. I'm going to just quick clean up that one, and these just peel right off. If you have trouble getting them off, this is a nifty little tool, and this works for both the photopolymer and the cling sets. This is like a little spatula, and you can just slide it under and just kind of break that seal. So if you have really short nails or you just can't seem to get it, here's a great tool that, okay, gotta get it in the frame, and I'll scoot over so I'm more in the frame here. A great tool that will just lift these up. So I'll show you one more time so I'm unsure for this frame. Just slide under and lift up, and then you can get your finger under there and pull them off. And it works the same way for the cling set. And this, the butterfly, this is a neat one. This is a Celebration exclusive stamp set. So you can only get this if you order, and this is one of their $100 ones. So you'd have to order $100 worth of product. But I just love the hummingbird and the butterflies and just all the options that I could get with the two-step method and the great outlines that were great for coloring and watercoloring and that kind of stuff with. So that's the two-step stamp method. I'll give you that. Lainey's over here just out of frame kind of helping me because this was a lot of stuff, and she actually did a lot of my prep work and stamped a lot of the images. And just in the interest of time, I'm not showing you everything, but she played around with the stamps. And here's the little hummingbird. She stamped in one color and then added a second color over it to kind of give you two colors in that hummingbird. So you can see that image. I'm going to get this closed up. So Lainey's telling me raise it up so you guys can see, and yeah, these do, you can really see the two images. I'm sorry guys, I am so left and right challenged that trying to move, I always move things backwards. But yeah, you can really see these really gorgeous natural images. So that's what when Stampin' Up! Says it's a two-step stamp method, that's what they're talking about, where you can stamp a background color and then stamp an image on top.